Hello again, organic. Welcome back. Actually, not welcome back. Sit down. We're gonna have a little discussion about my goat, Ultron. I kind of wanted to do like a little follow up to the video I did yesterday. So if you didn't watch that, then whatever. Anyways, I want to talk about Ultron's role in the community and his sort of, I guess, his reputations he's had over these past couple seasons, right? And it's kind of been a thought I've been stewing with and thinking about it and like looking at other content creators' opinions on him and looking at like tier lists, which I fucking hate. Every content creator wants to make a fucking tier list 1 week or like the weekend after the season dropped, and that just makes zero sense. But I'm not coming here to hate. Here is my thesis to Ultron as a character in this game. Ultron as a support, he what's the I don't want to put this. He forces your team to look at themselves and rely on themselves, which this community cannot do. Hear me out. If you guys were here for like season, what was that? Season 2 Ultron came out, and it was Ultron Emma. Even in the trailer, when he used to have one drone, Ultron's main, he was coming out during a dive rampant season. And what did they do? They gave a person who could slide a diver or anyone on his team a self-reliant drone. Granted, the drone like didn't heal. I think it was like I don't remember the numbers back then, but it was like very low to what it is now. It's 40 heals a second now to the person who has the drone, and 35 to the person who's in the circle. A second, by the way. And what Ultron ends up having to do is pretty much just hope that his teammates will have the self-sufficiency to do what needs to be done, which actually doesn't happen a lot of the time because maybe some misconceptions or preconceived notions about Ultron, like, oh my god, Ultron sucks as a healer. Ultron can't heal me for shit, bro. Like, why should I even try? Like, we're already gonna, he's a throw pick. Or whatever. Even be your own supports who don't even, like, have faith in you. You're like, oh my god, bro, I have a second support Ultron. I'm so fucked. When that makes no sense that Ultron can literally just do this. Guess what? Your second support that's getting dived? Oh shit. They can still heal themselves, and they just have a 40 heal a second drone on them, and Ultron could be like, oh yeah, I could just give you a, hey, let's look at that. Imperative Firewall, it gives you, here, I have the Ultron wiki pulled up, which I'll link in the description of this video. The Firewall gives 50 bonus HP to everyone, by the way. Even if you're in the circle radius, it gives you 50 HP to the person in the circle and the person who has a drone, obviously. Then it gives you 20% movement speed, 10% damage boost. For how many seconds is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was that, 5 seconds? Yeah. I think it's 5 seconds. And that just makes your whole support basically undivable because now they have a drone that you're also getting healed by, which the buffs to like Ultron's outer drone healing is technically a buff to his healing because he's the one getting the outer drone. He's never going to get the inner drone healing, regardless. And it just turns your support into a self, or one of your teammates into a self-funding machine. But the community just like seems to not understand that. And people who are like, Ultron's character philosophy, he doesn't even make sense, bro. He's supposed to be a DPS. Like, he's supposed to be commanding this army of drones. What's happening right now? What is happening right now? You know who are the drones in your army? Your teammates. Your teammates are your army. You command them. As Ultron is the literal only flying support still on the roster. The only person who has even close the amount of movement that he does is like Jeff Rocket, fucking DP. I don't know about that. But like the Animal Planet, the animals have like near Ultron mobility. I don't want to say he's the most mobile support, which that gets me to his dash. This I wish they could change. This sucks. I wish it was on like a meter or something. I saw another content creator, I can't remember their name. But he was making a video about like reworks, and he said Ultron needed one, which is fucking ludicrous. What of the character needs to be reworked? Because it's not his healing. 40-second, he heals a second. You know what happens when Ultron tries to heal his teammates, and your teammates just face take damage like these drones are? These are live teammates. This is how live teammates act all the time in my games. And they're like, bro, we're not getting enough healing. Oh, dumbass. Go hide behind a wall. Use natural cover. Like, even in the most like heal body ass comp of all time, like let's say, I don't know, C&D Luna or C&D Juby, C&D like Loki, and the most like fat tanks possible. So we have like Dino Groot. It's still gonna, you guys still gonna die if you just sit in the open and just let yourselves take damage. Tanks, DPS in this game do not know how to position themselves, and that leads to, yes, Ultron may not have the fastest heals in the world, but he has consistency. He is just, people should be like, as, I don't know, what's the word I want to, there's a word I want to use, but let's say people should be as like thankful for like Rocket. I mean, as people are thankful as Rocket, people should be thankful of Ultron because they do the exact fucking thing. Except, you know what Rocket has to do? Just find a position where he can do this the whole game. And make sure his balls bounce. And then make sure he puts his down. And then make sure he has like his team. I don't really make sure he uses the team up buttons, I guess. Meanwhile, Ultron has viability up in the sky. And also this helps me do this. Helps me bring up this. Ultron this season, like everyone else, received big boy team ups. Forever the Ultron mains have been arguing that, guys, we need Stark team up. Please, bro. Just give us Stark team up and we're so goated. We get Stark team up, and you guys, I'm talking to the Ultrons here. Ultron mains, you guys, you still continue to use this dog shit team up. This team up, let me read the exact numbers on this. If people didn't read the patch notes when you got nerfed like week 1 of season 9, this does 15 heals. 15 AoE heals. Oh, okay. Well, now that I'm reading it, okay, so it still does the 40. Does it still do the 40 healing? Oh, I'm gonna move away from them. And this actually leads me to my the drones themselves. Ultron needs to physically not be within range for like 5 seconds of the drones for them to not matter. Okay, but yeah, this ability, the Penny team up, gives everyone else in the fake drones range, or the Penny drone range, like 15 heals. And I guess the targeted, no, I don't think this is accurate. I think it's still definitely 15 heals. Here, let me turn off ability cooldowns. Is that still 40 HP a second? Nah, their HP is going down too fast. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that this is still like, this is now nerfed to like 15 HP a second on these drones. Because if it was 40, it might be. Either way, regardless, I don't think this is the ineffective. I won't say ineffective, but the insuperior team up. I can't show my little cursor. Why can't I show the cursor? Okay, whatever. But the Penny team up, I only see value in it if you have Penny, which is she's getting permabanned because they actually like shadow buffed her instead of trying to nerf her, I've heard. But it's only useful in that circumstance because then you have the power of giving multi firewall to your whole team, which that in itself is like, okay, that's very cool. We could do this, and now my whole team can pop off. Except, wait a minute, you know the issue that I brought up about Ultron, that he makes your team like become self-reliant and he makes them face their consequences, that's not gonna work. If you even if you give them literally a whole damage boost and a speed boost with bonus HP and their own little drones for 3 seconds, your team will still crumble under the weight. Unless you use the actual good team up, which is the Iron Man one, which is what Ultron mains have been asking for this whole time. So I don't know why we are switching up on it at this point, right? Because look how I can take these drones down. You know how much this healing does? Let's look at it. It does 70 damage, which is crazy, and 70 heals a second. Doesn't it? 70 heals a second. And it goes on a 20-second cooldown, the same as the penny team up. The only weak thing about like Ultron, I would say, like his like notable weakness now at this point is his ult. Like his ult is very weak in the support roster. It's kind of like a non-factor to where you kind of just want to use it whenever you feel like, because he's so easy to kill in it. Your team is still like kind of easy to kill even while he's doing it, so it forces your other support to use their ult. His ult needs a buff. I don't know what they would do with it, but I wouldn't say buff the raw healing, because the raw healing is actually still very good. It's one of the higher raw healing ults. But that is the weakest part of Ultron's kit. The strongest part of Ultron is his neutral game, which the game is leaning. They go back and forth with it. The game is leaning more towards neutral than ever. So Ultron should be on the fucking rise. But the community wants to slander him. They want to say he's a triple support bot because pro play. That's all they know how to do is just use the most boring, nonsensical BS they want to win. And that's okay. It's a competitive that's a competitive field. And I'm not a pro player. So maybe there's a whole different level realm that we don't understand that Ultron just cooks. I mean, obviously, go watch the pro play. We know how Ultron cooks. The fact that he gives two people, that's his antithesis too, is that he gives self sufficiency to the other supports if you're running a triple support comp, which makes him the the triple support bot that he is. Not is, but like can be, or is reputable to. But it just doesn't make sense. All this whole video to just say I advocate for to support Ultron. And just, if you see an Ultron on your team, right? Don't come in with like some toxicity, be like, oh my god, we have an Ultron. Because DPS tanks will play their characters, whatever they want, and they'll just expect the healers, to fix up their failures. Enough. And Ultron's not going to take the brunt of it, and you're not going to use him as a scapegoat because you don't know how to position yourself. It's a situation where maybe the enemy team has the demon trio of poke. We got Hela, fucking Elsa, and I don't know, like a Punisher or a Phoenix with a mag. At that point, if you're just taking too much damage, if the comp isn't working, and you guys see that the poke comp isn't working, we're on like fucking I don't know, we're on like Angie Venom. I guess Venom would work because that's a poke, but they're just gonna like fucking neuter him before he even gets there. Regardless, if they are in a damage heavy comp, can we at least try to rearrange our comp? I wouldn't say like completely change the team because Ultron's on the team or anything. But I'm just saying if we can make one or two swaps on the other roles, because your support, it doesn't make sense why people like recommend this goes on like a whole other tangent. People recommend, hey bro, just go on like C and D or something, bro, or just go on like Luna, bro. And people will not know how to play those characters, and your team will lose. But that's like more of a proficiency thing and not even like an Ultron problem, so I'm not even gonna get into that. Regardless, I want the community to have more respect and more agency when you have an Ultron on your team. Please, for the love of everything, for every Guang Guang in every multiverse, please, if you have a drone on you, go make plays. Go do something proactive. You cannot be passive and you have Ultron on your team. He is an enabler. Go have fun. If you don't, he is going to stagnate. And that is when you're not going to have enough heals. Because then he's going to be starving to do something. He has an infinite range lasers, infinite range healing. I wouldn't say infinite range drones because they're like a 30-meter radius before they go away. And an okay ult. It's an okay ult. Like, they really could, like, buff it. I don't know what they would do to it. Maybe make it shoot faster. I don't know. I don't really have, like, tangible ideas for what they could change to it yet. And make, like, his dash. Maybe do some kind of quality of life to his dash. I know Johnny got, like, kind of neutered with his movement. But that's whatever. That is pretty much my antithesis. Not antithesis, my thesis. Let me know what you guys think of Ultron. Let me know what your actual opinions on. Do you have a hatred towards Ultron? Do you get a little racist when Ultron's on your team? Do you flame him for your failings of your healing? Are you one of the DPS that go negative and then swap to a triple support for some reason? Because people will do that. People will literally go look at my last Ultron video. Go look at the ranked. I did a QP match and a competitive match. The competitive match went to shit because our Spidey went 0-4, and he thought the smartest idea was to drain our support ults that me and Gambit had, which also Gambit was free, and we had a Gambit. He then went to C and D, which made zero sense because now you brought a main healer into our comp who was going to suck the heals out of Gambit. Because I actually ended up having the most heals during the entire during our team. At least for the match, because we lost anyways, because someone DC'd. But then the Spidey just goes negative, and then he swaps to a support that's going to drain our support ults, and then it makes us end up losing because we don't have a second DPS. And it's not at that point where it's like, oh, it's an Ultron problem, bro. Our heals were stagnating, bro. You died 4 times, and then succeeded in a single kill. Stop it. That's not him. That's you. Ultron as an entire character makes the community face themselves and have to deal with their own failures. Don't blame it on him. If it's a situation where your Ultron is just garbage and he's not giving you any drones, he's not supporting you in any way, he's not enabling the team to make plays, he's just like sitting in the back as a flyer, then yes, that's okay to flame him. I'm not going to say defend every Ultron out there because they're just like, oh, this is woe is me, and every Ultron out there is actually a saint. No. If they don't know how to play the character, then that's when you flame them. That's when you get on their ass. But don't get on their ass because they're on the character. This isn't Black Widow, right? Where this is like a literal throw pick. This is people's favorite character. People play Adam. People want to play Jeff. Even though I hate Jeff. I respect the players because they still have fun, right? Regardless, I don't want to make this like a more than a 20-minute video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think they can do with Ultron. I think they should also like do something with his primary where like maybe his drones, like give him the Atom. Give him the Atom treatment. Like make his primary fire synergize with his drones so he has something else to do. Besides just like, oh, putting on my firewall. Oh, I gotta use my beam. Oh, and then I gotta use a dash if I get cooked. Right? I think that's what he could use. And then he'll be literally perfect. And then also probably buff his ult. Buff his ult and make some kind of synergy between his primary fire and the rest of his kit. Y'all have a good rest of your... Well, this is going to be Tuesday by the time we're done recording this, unfortunately, but whatever. Have a good rest of your day. If you didn't, I hope it made someone else better. Let me know what you think about Ultron. Stop being racist towards my goat, or I will find you. Bye-bye.